And I was looking into it today more because I've been one of those people that every time they say he had 34 felonies, I'm like, okay, like what he carjacked someone and then he robbed a bank, and you know what I mean? But it's not like that at all, as I'm sure you know. And I went to a CBS News article and I was looking at it. And basically, so basically he slept with a girl and he didn't want her to talk, right? So he was going to give her money not to talk, which is no different than someone saying, hey, you slept with Trump, we'll give you money to write a book about it, right? It's just he's just in the game. He's like, hey, I really don't want you to talk about me having sex with you, right? Is that a fair characterization of it?
Yeah, of course.
So he gives her the money, and it comes from, feel free to interject anywhere you want. And he pays from his own personal bank account when they say he should have paid from his campaign bank account. Correct?
He paid from, he paid from the campaign bank account?
No, I think he paid from his personal account, and they said that he should have paid from his campaign account because they accused him of paying her to avoid it becoming a campaign issue. That's what's bizarre, right? He paid from his own fucking...
And it would have been a legitimate campaign expense?
Yes. Is that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, look. I think the whole thing is absurd.
Well, it gets even more absurd.
I know. I mean, we all lived it. Everyone saw. I don't think anyone's confused by this issue. I think the people that have another claim are just generally confused and not by this issue.
Well, here's the part that's crazy about the 34 accounts.
They trumped up charges against him.
Yeah.
In several state and federal jurisdictions, hoping to keep him from being elected, whether that required imprisonment, embarrassment, or they were sure it would work on a whole bunch of possible fronts. And that was all done to protect democracy. Because otherwise he was going to get elected and did. It's the Orwellian double speak, double think. It's insanity.
CrossFit.
We've got to charge this guy with something, so that he doesn't get elected. Because if he's elected, that'll ruin democracy.
Not gonna lie, Sevan, these glasses are kind of gay. Not kind of. What do you mean? I was just giving two dudes handies simultaneously right before. These are my. So I'm trying to figure. You want to find out what the 34 crimes he committed, and this is where it gets really crazy. In total, he owed Michael Cohen $450,000 for all the work he did. The reimbursement of the $130 for the payoff plus his time, right? And he paid him, for the most part, in $35,000 increments. A one-time payment of $70,000 and then $35,000 a month, right? That seems fair. That's a big bill, right? $450,000. That each one of those felonies is each time he paid them for the same thing. It would be like going to buy cocaine from someone, but you paid them in 3 payments, and so they gave you 3 fucking, even though it was the same batch of cocaine, and they gave you fucking 3 felonies for paying the drug dealer 3 separate times for the same bag of cocaine. These 34 felonies are all for the same fucking crime, but because he made them in 34 installments, he has 34 felonies. It's fucking insane. It's insane that the media reports it like that.
What has you interested in this today?
Well, because of Letitia James. I went down to I'm just trying. Did you see what they're trying to get her on now?
Yeah.
She lied about where her primary residence was. She lied about one of the properties she bought was 5 units instead of she claimed it was 4, and that gave her some sort of tax reduction, right? And then she lied about who she was married to. I guess on one of her mortgage applications, she said she was married to her. Pat. Oh, quit it. Great question, Greg. Oh, shut it, Pat. She said she was married to her dad, and so she's lied on her mortgage application, right? 3 different times. And so I was thinking, what's the, and I assume that they're going after her, right? Yeah, I would assume that they're like, yo, bitch, now we're in power. We're going to fuck with your shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's full retard what they went after Trump for, let alone to keep saying it. I mean, I hear it every day.
Is this new to you? Is this news to you?
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, will you next have a revelation about the proceedings in Georgia and then in Florida?
I guess.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm telling what I'm saying is you're 2 years behind on the news.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I just don't think most people know. I think when people hear 34 felonies,
people that think he committed 34 felonies, I don't think they depend on fact for their belief. I don't think their belief is fact based.
Well, they just accept.
They don't want to live next door to Taylor Swift and not be able to come over and hang out. It's entirely a cool thing. It's just a cool thing.
Like every protest I see, it's like, like at the Tesla dealership, someone's holding up a sign that says president with 34 felonies.
Bob Dole used to keep a card in his pocket, and some reporters and he'd take it out and look at it. And I think it was like the Lord's Prayer on one side and the 10th Amendment on the other. And he wouldn't, what card? He wouldn't talk about it. I don't know what you're talking about. He wasn't going to pull the card out of his pocket. And his views, he was a very private man with his views, a principled guy. And for the left to have a principle without a sticker or a flag or a saying or a slogan or a shirt or something to identify is a wasted principle.
Mm.
It all feels good in the expression, and it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to, it's on a completely different plane.
So it's all virtue signaling. It's like the cowboy thing that the analogy you often bring up. They put on the chaps not because they're cowboys, because they need it.
The real cowboy does not put chaps on and do pirouettes in front of a full length mirror, and then change chaps and pants to another one and look again and do pirouettes in front of the mirror.
Mm.
None of that. Mm. The real cowboy might not own a mirror. It's not about how you look. And by the way, we'd see those guys in Wyoming. I mean, you'd see a state highway come to a stop while 4,000 cattle are being driven across the road with dogs and hard men on horseback. It was pretty fucking cool. I've got some video of that.
Sevan drinks soda. That's why he's behind. I had a Diet Coke or 6 last week.
We witnessed some amazing things from the COVID response and cover up to an attempt to overthrow an election with fake criminal charges, all in the name of democracy. As a rule of thumb, those that prattle on incessantly about democracy are stupid. The outstanding feature of our government is not democracy. It's the Bill of Rights. That's the heart of it. And what does that give you? Democracy? No, it gives you freedom. It gives you liberty. And we've said it here before. If I had to live in some kind of fucking kingdom, but was guaranteed, or a dictatorship, but I was guaranteed a right to assembly, speech, property, search and seizure, all those safeguards that we're protected to protect us. And look through the amendments, the 10 amendments to the Constitution. Look at the Bill of Rights, and which of those gives us a democracy? Not a one. What do? They protect us from democracy, idiots. They protect us from democracy. Our founding fathers had two overweening fears. One was democracy, and the other one was state religion.